Old age isn't so bad if you consider the alternative. Maurice Chevalier.
As long as you and I have arms and lips which are for kissing and to sing with. Who cares if some one-eyed son of a gun invents an instrument to measure spring with? E. Cummings.
Joey, did you hear who moved in? Amelia Roberts. She's only the most famous artist in Oregon. One of them anyway.
A former hockey player lived here for a while. He had a crooked nose.
Welcome to Sunset Living. We put the shine on the golden years.
It was announced today that Amelia Roberts has won the International Leonore Annenberg Prize for Art and Social Change. Roberts retired some years ago and currently resides in a retirement community in Oregon.
Boxed Out by Amelia Roberts. The Sybil Gallery in Seattle. 1992.
I have no idea why these paintings have made her famous. My granddaughter paints better than this.
Amelia Roberts is an artist, a feminist, and a supporter of the women's movement. Once Amelia sent a box of bras to the President of the United States. He promptly returned them. COD.
Heather Amsterdam has been an activist all her life. In grade school she arranged a sit-in of the principal's office to protest sexist graffiti in the gymnasium. She's been fighting the good fight ever since. At the Democratic National Convention in Chicago in 1968. A policeman broke Heather's kneecap during the riot and she's walked with a limp ever since. She calls it her badge of honor.
Your life has been an incredible journey. You've seen everything from A to Z. You've witnessed events that have gone into the official record. You've seen history up front and personal. Mostly your life's journey has been personal. You raised kids. Many of you made 3 meals a day for your family. Not for years. For decades. You had a commute, perhaps a stressful one. If you owned your home, you added responsibility to your life. And where there's responsibility, stress is not far behind. Well, all that is over. From this day forward, Sunset Living is handling your responsibility. Sunset Living is dealing with your stress. Welcome to retirement. Welcome to the best years of your life. You don't have to take my word for it. Come with me on a virtual tour of what we offer here. You'll meet some residents, watch the routine of our days, be amazed at the many frills we've added to the golden years. Ready to begin? I hope you're hungry, because we're starting in the dining room. Time for breakfast. Our dining room is the envy of many a restaurant. Spacious, comfortable, and large windows offer a spectacular view of the Willamette River.
Why is Robert taking pictures of us?
He said he's making a movie.
What kind of a movie?
He didn't say.
Our menus get equal envy. All standard breakfast favorites are offered, plus a rotating selection of chef specials and new creations. In fact, you can create your own breakfast dish on the spot. If we have the ingredients, we'll make it.
Good morning. Yes, I'm pretty hungry this morning. I'd like 2 cups of oatmeal. I'd like 20 raisins, exactly 20 raisins, and 15 pecans. And be sure the milk is hot.
How do you feel today?
Fine. We're having spaghetti tonight.
How do you feel today?
What?
How do you feel today?
What?
I'll get back to you. How do you feel today?
I feel great. I'm going to see my grandson this week.
Oh, that's wonderful. How do you feel today?
Oh, super duper. Life is so good. I can hardly stand it.
How do you feel today?
I feel very accomplished and great.
I didn't know without it. How do you feel today? Hello?
Hello, I'm okay. I'm feeling all right. What are you doing?
All you people are here this morning for breakfast, obviously. But I sit here and I have to listen to this group. And I think it's time to have something different for breakfast. And remember, this is an 80-year-old kind of event that's unfolding for us. I'll see if it comes out right.
And I was walking out to my
Great,
car
thank you.
and I saw these men, they were dressed kind of like hoods, you know, peeking around the side of a building holding guns, and I'm going, oh my God, you know, they're gonna attack the courthouse. So I got in my car and I called the police, and they came rushing over, and it was some kids shooting a movie for college.
Ready for breakfast?
After breakfast, the day begins in earnest. Activities fill the day here, and the first to begin are exercise classes. Some, of course, prefer to exercise on their own, and that is fine. Many get exercise by walking the hallways. Others do workouts in their apartment. But others like to exercise with others, and like the discipline of a teacher in class. From moderate impact to low impact, we offer something for everyone. At Sunset Living, we encourage everyone to exercise. Our efforts pay off, and most of the residents do have some kind of a regular exercise program. Where there's a healthy body, There's a healthy mind. Twice a week there's a men's coffee hour to which women are not invited or allowed. Needless to say, this has resulted in considerable female speculation about what the men are up to.
What do they do in the men's coffee hour?
What do you think? They tell war stories. They talk about guns and cars.
And don't forget sex. Lots of filthy stories about sex.
I've always been curious about what happens in the men's coffee
Lunch is available in the dining room from 11 to 2. The extended hours result in smaller gatherings at any given time. Dining is flexible at Sunset Living. One can pay as you go, using the dining room as a restaurant, or sign up for a variety of meal plans. The choice is yours and, of course, can be changed at any time. Sandwiches, soups and salads make up the lunch menu. We think we offer the best lunches in the area.
Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Mark Twain.
Joey, my soup is staring at me.
Eat with your eyes closed.
Joey, listen to this. In a year the average person makes enough saliva to fill 2 bathtubs. Isn't that amazing?
What a delightful thing to bring up at lunch.
Our salad bar is as good as any in the area.
Heather knew Amelia casually from the women's movement. Now she renewed acquaintances and urged Amelia to join her in her latest cause, to distribute food wasted at Sunset Living to the homeless.
It's too late for lunch.
The reason we're doing this is so that we can be contributing to mankind and the environment. It's a two-point issue. There's people that are out there that are starving and hurting, and there's the landfills are making the world worse. So it's a win-win for all of us to be doing this project. Don't you get it?
The head of dining services didn't get it. And Heather was furious.
Don't talk to me, talk to the health department.
Joey, here's a new word for you. An ultra-crepidarian is someone who voices thoughts beyond their expertise.
Sounds like your random resident.
Hello.
Robert, this is Dr. Lopez. You didn't check yourself into the hospice yesterday.
I completely spaced it. You know, I've been making this movie, and I can't think of anything else. I mean, it started out simple, a little retirement, ha-ha, but it keeps being layered, and now it's about this, and it's a movie within a movie within a movie, and it's complicated.
Robert, listen to me. There is nothing layered here. This is one layer, and it is called reality. And the reality is this. You have pancreatic cancer. It is terminal. You have 3 to 6 months to live. You've been on a waiting list for a bed at a hospice, and one finally opened up. You were supposed to take it yesterday. At great lengths he convinced them to hold it one more day. It is held for you until midnight. I am pleading with you, Robert, to check into the hospice. It will make your last day so much more comfortable for you.
Joey, people say that Robert's movie is a spoof of old age. I think that's terrible. What's so funny about needing a walker or not remembering what day it is? Old age is a tragedy, not a comedy.
You have to have a sense of humor about yourself. I, for example, consider myself the pathetic clown of the universe. Almost everything I find myself doing in old age is absurd. I'm a grown man who takes half an hour to put on his socks. You have to understand that the gods have a dark sense of humor.
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
You don't stop laughing when you grow old. You grow old when you stop laughing. George Bernard Shaw.
As in the morning, the afternoon is filled with activities.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. For that one. So very small. Interrupted. Get home. Oh! Come on, Iris. You have to move. Come on. Come on, Zina. A little bit more. Oh! A little bit more. I got to be picking up.
I have reached the age where if somebody tells me I have to wear socks, I don't have to. Albert Einstein.
Back in the old days, I think it was in the 1300s, there was a decree went out because we had a victory over the red napkins. And the Welsh, and I'm Welsh, said that the red napkins will prevail. And there was a decree that went out, and it said from here on in, the red napkins are the victor. So from here on, we fold the red napkins. There's only one way to fold the napkins, and I will demonstrate as I'm talking to you. Fold them. They have to be very precise. You take the napkin, you put it like a trigon. It's just look as you do with the baby's diapers. We call them nappies. Fold it up again. Fold it again. Make sure it's nice and even. Fold it again. Press it together. And here is your napkin, how it would sit on your table. Now, that is so easy, but the Americans don't know how to fold napkins.
The dining hour often is our most active social hour. This is where new friends are found and where old friendships mature and develop.
Taking my fruit home with me for breakfast tomorrow morning. I am going to take this good-looking fruit with me home tonight and have it for breakfast in the morning. Plate here is going to go, the fruit is going to my room when I'm through here, and it'll be my breakfast tomorrow. You know I'm going to take this fruit home with me. Yeah. And I'll have it with my breakfast in the morning. You see the salad here, that'll go home with me tonight. And I'll eat it in the morning with my breakfast.
Aren't you glad you called? The best thing I like about this place is that my ex doesn't know I'm here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
This video has been interrupted to bring you the following message.
This is Amy Parker. I've been informed that our online marketing video has been hacked and infected with malware that prevents its deletion. You have been watching this altered video, which in no way reflects the life and values at Sunset Living. Our team is working overtime to remove this video and replace it with our original marketing message. While I have decided this situation does not require my immediate return from Paris, where I am attending a conference, it is grave enough for an immediate response. Hence I have asked staff to schedule a resident meeting as soon as possible, where my considered response to this domestic terrorism will be announced. Thank you. Remember, at Sunset Living we put the shine on your golden years.
Joey, do you ever think about dying?
I don't have time. I'm too busy trying to put on my socks.
We received the following statement from CEO Amy Parker. In light of our hacked marketing video, I have signed the following executive order. Henceforth, and until reversed, the use of any and all cameras at Sunset Living is prohibited.
No,
now, I
you
realize
can't hold that! It's our home! My home! My home! My home! My home! My home!
I know people I know, they bring so much wisdom to the table. They've seen everything from A to Z. They would tell you stories were they able, but they have a senior memory. There's no people like old people, and they move ever slow. They are not as agile as they used to be, but don't insult them with charity, or you may be facing senior remedy. So let's get on with the show. 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 So